looks like I'm back in the movies again, doesn't it? Well, as a matter of fact, I like to do some talking. Don't go away until I get this thing off. Now, it isn't as if it was a chore for me to talk to you because I want to speak on my favorite subject, the Army Air Forces. I can't speak from long experience. I've only been in the service a year, but I've learned a lot about what the Air Forces have to offer. That's what I want to talk to you about. Right now, the greatest mass mobilization in the history of the world is taking place. Men from cities, towns, farms, married men and single men, brothers, sweethearts, husbands, fathers and sons, businessmen and workers from the factories, and students from colleges and high schools all over America. They're mobilizing, joining up, or having their numbers pulled out of a fishbowl. And this war we're fighting today and tomorrow and the next day until we win is a war of the air. The whole world knows that. Our factories know that. So interceptors, pursuit ships, light bombers, medium bombers, and flying fortresses are rolling out of those factories. 65,000 fighting planes this year, 100,000 fighting planes next year. And to keep them flying, 2 million men. Now that's where you come in. The Army Air Forces need 15,000 captains, 40,000 lieutenants, 35,000 flying sergeants. Well, how about it? Well, let's talk it over. Now, make no mistake about this thing, fellas. We're all going to be in this war soon, sooner than a lot of you realize. And nearly all the officers of this great Army Air Force that they're building today are going to be drawn from the ranks of you men, from high schools and colleges, those who join as aviation cadets now. Well, now, before I go any further, are there any questions?
Yes, sir, I've got a question.
Okay, shoot.
Well, I'd like to join up, but I've got about a year of college left, and I'd kind of like to get that diploma.
Well, why not? The Air Forces want you to get your diploma. Fellows like yourself, either in high school or college, can enroll in the Air Force Reserve, continue with your studies, and at the end of the term, or when you get your diploma, you'll be taken in as a regular cadet, if you pledge now.
Well, thanks.
Okay, don't mention it.
Hey, I'd like to make the Air Force, but I'm no brainstorm. My grades aren't exactly what they should be. I hear it's tough to get in.
Not anymore, it is. And that blocked letter you're sporting, that tells me a lot. Basketball, football, baseball, or some activity where coordination, control, and the ability to work together with the rest of the team, that's important. The same in the Air Force. They're one big team, and they need men who can pull together and play the game. So, you and your teammates should be a cinch in this, the biggest all-American team we've ever had. Now, here's a fellow who works in a filling station. He looks as though he's got something special on his mind. Say, how about it, fella?
You know, I've been interested in the Air Forces for quite a while. But I'm 26 years old and got a wife, and haven't had a chance for too much education. What about me?
Well, from where I'm standing, you look like you're ready to sprout wings any minute.
Hey, wait a minute.
You see, formal education is no longer a basis for determining a man's intelligence in the Air Forces. And married or not, you'll receive $75 each month while training, and board and lodging, and all the necessary uniforms and equipment. And you have as much chance as the next fellow of becoming one of those 15,000 captains and 40,000 lieutenants or 35,000 flying sergeants I was telling you about.
Yeah?
Say, that sounds great. I think I'll go and phone my wife.
I'd like to get something straight in my mind. I'm one of those high school students you've been talking about, but I'm not old enough. I wasn't planning on going to college, so... Well, where does that leave me as far as the Air Force